Nice. Did I keep bombing him? No, it's not bombing in my inventory, that's what it is. That in there. Now, let's go have a look at our melon and pumpkin supply. We built this the other day, and well, I hope it's doing well. I've been AFK for about 18 hours, I reckon, so we'll see where we're at. Well, that's pretty nice. That's very, very nice indeed. So let's make up some melons. I didn't mean to do that. I will have to. Oh, I wasn't meant to do that either. Completely forgot about that. Brilliant start. Absolutely brilliant start to the stream. G'day, my name is DK from DK Plays TV on Twitch and DK Plays on YouTube. I hope that you're having a fantastic day, no matter where you are in the world. And I'm having just an absolutely fantastic start to this stream. There we go. Right, now. Oh yeah, that's where my scaffolding used to be. I need to bring a stone block up there. Fix that. But we'll worry about that later. And this is Mr. Hilton, and he's come to say hello as well. And he's come over because he wants neck massage. But he doesn't want a neck massage, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So he wants a neck massage because he rediscovered them the other day. And if I try and move from here, he's going to fly away. Wow, there's a lot of melon coming through. A lot of pumpkin coming through too, but that's a lot of melons. And we do like big melons. I mean, big quantities of melons. So I really should have built this a lot sooner than I actually did. But I was procrastinating and I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it. But unfortunately the cheesing of the wither underneath the end portal in the end where the dragon roosts no longer works on Xbox One. And I'm gonna have to find another way to kill the wither because I find it incredibly difficult to kill the wither in the overworld. So we're gonna have to find another way. And I was thinking of doing it the way that Impulse SV done it in his hardcore world. Thank you, Mr. Hilton. Thank you, Mr. Hilton. Which was to use iron golems. And I know that Green used it in Hermitcraft, but Impulse SV used it a long time before Green used it. Wow, that's a lot of melons. And a lot of pumpkins. But it's a good thing, because look at what we can do. We can take this all in and we can get ourselves a lot of emeralds. We won't even be able to sell all of this at the same time, so. Thank you, buddy. Excuse me. This farm is incredibly efficient. Now, this is probably the third or maybe the fourth time that I've actually built this farm in a world, and I just can't get over how efficient this is. Now, I really need to get indoors and sleep because I haven't slept in 16 hours, so the whatchamacallit dudes are going to be out any second. So let's put the guard back up. And you start sleeping in my bed. What you doing, buddy? Now, stick that up there, and I'm gonna grab ourselves 2 stacks of each. And now we gotta find our farmers. So that'd be 1 farmer. I think in here we have 5 farmers, but it might be only 4. Stop pushing each other around. I know, buddy. I know. Where was Weetables? There he is. We got the rest of his sails. There we go. There's 2. I think I have 2 weak guys because one of them latched onto the composter that was way out over by the bamboo, and I didn't realise that I traded with him instead of breaking it and starting a different trade with somebody else or with a different workstation. But yeah, it's really weird. Like, they'll latch onto a workstation that's 30-40 blocks away, but don't latch onto one that's right beside them. Sometimes it's really weird. But anyway, there's our 5 trades done, and by the time I get round to doing that again, or by the time I get round to emptying this shulker box, that whole farm's got to be completely, totally and utterly full, which is really good, but actually I might do it over here. So I want to put 64 in there because I want to have emeralds available to me when I meet wandering traders out in the world, or when they appear downstairs in the iron farm. I'll do that, and then I am going to need myself this box right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That back in there. Now, our mission for today is we need to get sand and gravel. Which also means we're probably going to need a bed. And I know if I find my... There it is. Find my wool, I'll find me a bed. Take one of these ones. Oh. Now I know roughly where there's a desert, or at least a lot of sand. The gravel is going to be the hard one. I do have an ender chest. Oh. Unbreaking 1, Fortunate Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, and Efficiency 4. I'll take the 2 Efficiency 4s. Not worried about mending and unbreaking at the moment on them. I will do that at a later stage. Unless I've got mending and unbreaking here somewhere. Nope. Okay. So, as far as I know, off in this direction. It's around about 2400. Oh, I'll be that way. Around about 2400. I think it's 12,000. It won't be exact because that's where my raid farm is that I built a couple of streams ago that doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to work. And we will be replacing it pretty soon. There's our sand area. So we got ourselves set up down here. Bed. Shulker box. Shulker box. So as I was saying, the killing of the wither underneath the end portal in the end doesn't work anymore, and I know that Silent Whisper has put out a video saying it does work on Bedrock. But I spotted his video and I thought I'd give it a watch anyway, even though that's the method that I use. And it's the method I have been using for the last 2 to 3 years. When I went to use it the other day, directly after his video, it no longer works. So I did I did leave a comment in his comment section saying that it doesn't work on Xbox One. He got back to me and said it has to be exact, which I appreciate that he got back to me. And I wasn't saying it to gotcha moment. It was so you can inform your viewers that it may not work on Xbox One anymore. So I put out a video showing that it doesn't work anymore. And I know he has a lot of viewers, and as I said, it wasn't about haha, you're wrong, it doesn't work anymore. It was about letting his viewers know that it no longer works on Xbox One. And it's a bit of a disappointment that it doesn't work. And I know it's not his fault, so don't go being nasty to him. Just accept the fact that sometimes things don't work out the way they're supposed to. I don't know 100%, but I'm going to assume that he plays Bedrock on a PC and not actually on an Xbox One. So he may not have actually known that it doesn't work on the Xbox One anymore, but has just assumed that it works on Bedrock across all platforms if it works on Bedrock on a PC. So it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it for the moment. It will most likely get fixed at some point, but it leaves us in a position where we have 30 Wither Skulls, and there is absolutely no way that I am taking on the Wither in the overworld, because I've tried killing the Wither before and he just totally destroys the world and totally annihilates me, and I just can't get anywhere close to him to kill him, so we won't be doing that in a hurry. Which is a shame, because I'd like to have a couple of beacons anyway. And when I do the beacons, I don't just do one beacon at a time. I usually sit there and grind out 5 to 10 beacons at a time, because, especially in this world, my end portal is nearly 15,000 blocks away from where my base is, so there's no point in me going there for one beacon. Plus I like to have the 5 beacons on the one pyramid, and that way I get all 6 attributes. Yeah, so it is what it is. We'll just wait for the next update and hopefully it works. Now usually when I do it, I back my world up just in case, because if the Wither gets loose, I just delete the backup and or delete the old and bring in the backup, because it's just too much. On Bedrock, the Wither is twice as hard to kill as he is on Java. And as I said, I just can't seem to get anywhere near him. I get the arrow shots off when he first spawns after he does his explosion thing, and then from that moment onwards, I cannot get anywhere near him. He just totally destroys me. And then I spend more time jumping in and out of holes trying to get at him than I do actually getting at him. So but we'll find a way at some point. Somebody will come up with another genius idea, and of course we'll give it a go, as we always do, and see for ourselves that it either works or it doesn't. So now finding a gravel mountain will be really handy after we get 2 shulker boxes of sand. I'd like to get 2 shulker boxes of gravel as well, because we're going to need a lot of gravel for cement for our high-rise buildings in the city that we're building. I don't particularly want to have to do it under the water. But if we have to, if that's the only place we can find it, well, that's the only place we can find it and get it from. So we'll have to just do what we do, or do what we can do. I'm sure there'll be a gravel mountain around somewhere. Might just mean that we have to go. We have to go adventuring to find one. Oh, beautiful. 1 shulker box done already. The other thing is we could actually fill up all 4 shulker boxes of sand and leave the gravel for another day. We could do that. Because I'm actually not going to be streaming for that long today, probably 2 hours. It will all depend. I do actually have to work tomorrow, where I usually don't work on a Wednesday. So usually on a Tuesday I have a lot more time to stream, where I can actually be online for longer and be online later in the night. But as I said, I have to work tomorrow, being Wednesday. Normally I only work a 4-day week. I work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. However, we have a massive job on at the moment, and the customer is requesting that all the parts be ready by tomorrow afternoon, so they can be picked up on Thursday morning. And the machine that I run, I'm the only one that can run that machine at the company, so they asked me if I would go back to a 5-day week for a couple of weeks to get it done. It's not doing my knee any favour, but it's okay, because this week is a 4-day week, next week is a 4-day week, and the week after is a 4-day week. If I was working a normal 5-day week. So Friday is Good Friday, and Easter Monday we have off as well, and then the following Monday is Anzac Day here in Australia and New Zealand. So I think it's in New Zealand as well, because Anzac is Australia and New Zealand, I believe. It's just a commemoration of the diggers, the soldiers that fought in World War One or World War Two. I can never remember whether it's World War One, World War Two, or even both. but it is an honorary celebration of the sacrifices that they made for our freedoms. And yeah, that's what it is. And we should never forget, especially at this time with what's happening in Ukraine, we should never forget the sacrifices that people make in times of war. And unfortunately, soldiers aren't given the respect that they deserve, or at least they weren't back then when they came back from war. They weren't given the respect that they should have been given. I mean, yeah, maybe a lot of them chose to go into the army, but I can guarantee you none of them actually chose to go to war. And they did do an absolutely fantastic job of protecting our freedoms, and we wouldn't be living in the world that we're living in today without them. And they absolutely deserve our complete and utter admiration for the sacrifices that they made. And although I am quite old, I wasn't around for World War One or World War Two, and I wasn't even around for the Vietnam War. I think I might have been born just as it was coming to an end. But again, there's another group of soldiers that weren't given the respect and admiration they should have been given for what they sacrificed in Vietnam as well. So, we're out here gathering sand because we need a lot of concrete. We also have got to find gravel somewhere. I'm hoping I don't have to do it under the water, at the bottom of the ocean. I'm hoping I can find a gravel mountain somewhere. But it may have to wait for another stream or another video. Now it's 7:30, so actually I might swap that shovel out. It's getting a bit worn. Obviously this one won't be as fast because it's only efficiency 4. It doesn't have mending or unbreaking on it, so it'll get used up quite quickly. I don't know what it is, but every time I go to stream, I end up getting the hiccups. So I'm hoping I can find a gravel mountain around somewhere, and that might take a bit of flying around. I don't really have the rocks to be flying around all over the place, but we'll give it a little bit of a go. I guess I could go on to Chunk Base and find out where the gravel mountains are. I have done that for the second fortress. Like, I found the first fortress by just going and searching the nether. But unfortunately that fortress turned out not to have any nether wart in it. So I went on to Chunk Base and I found another fortress. And it's not that far away either. It's quite close. Get to that one and lo and behold, it has no nether wart either. But we did use it and we set up a wither skeleton farm. So we can farm skulls. And it's not the most efficient farm in the world, but you know, 2 or 3 hours there and you get I think 3 hours I got 30 skulls and a lot of blaze rods, a lot of bones, a lot of arrows, so a lot of coal. And it's a really simple farm. There's no mega structures to it at all. You just put down, you widen so the corridors are 3 wide. You widen them out to 5 wide, and then you put so 5 wide by 3 high. It has to be 3 high, and then on the middle block you put glass panes all the way across and all the way down. And then you wait for the spawns and you go and take the glass out around the spawn, but leave the glass, leave the people, the wither skeletons, the blaze, the piglins, the regular skeletons, and anything else, you leave them behind the glass. And then you take the glass out all around, glass panes out all around, and then you put slabs on the floor. And it's really simple and easy farm. It's another Silent Whisper farm. Now, obviously, if you kill wither skeletons with a charged creeper, you get a 100% head drop. But playing on a single player world, I don't need that many beacons. So our base is 128 by 128. So 4 beacons strategically placed at the right positions will cover the whole base with all 6 attributes from beacons. And then I'd like to have one in a shulker box for travelling, so that when I go, say, a couple of 100 blocks or a couple of 1,000 blocks away and I need to mine out a big area, then I have a beacon that I can take with me, set it up, and just leave it there until the job is done. And then once the job is done, take my beacon back and use it on the next project. So that's the way I've always kind of played, and that's the way I'll continue to play, because I think that's... Oh, look at that! We found hidden treasure and we weren't even looking for it. Oh, let's just take the whole thing. Awesome. So I have 2 hearts of the sea now. I have a lot of nautilus shells because of our zombie spawner. So I have a zombie spawner that I use to repair my tools. It takes a while, so I'll AFK there for a couple of hours and then I'll come back and kill everybody and repair all my tools doing that. But I've got a lever in there that goes to a dispenser that dispenses water in, and it takes about 30 seconds and they all turn into drown. And I can get nautilus shells that way. And it's really handy. I don't have to go searching for them in the oceans. Looks like we've just about depleted this area. We can go across the water to that side. Oh, we can even do that bit over there. I don't want to take it out at water level. It's you get pushed around too much by the water. It takes longer to mine when you're in the water as well, so. The only block that I really like mining when I'm standing in water is obsidian. So that shovel is just about dead as well, so we'll get what we can with the shovels that we've got, and then we'll head back home and I'll repair them overnight, and then we'll go searching for gravel on another day. Actually, I probably won't get. Whack those in there too, just so I can pick up more sand at the moment. There we go. If we get that third box full, I'll be happy. So I'm going to have to go and find a third fortress now and try and find that netherwork that I'm missing. And when I'm out searching for gravel, I want to try and find myself a massive desert, because if we're going to take on an ocean monument later on in a video or a stream, then gonna need a lot of sand to drop in to clear the ocean and clear the monument. So although on bedrock you don't really need that much, you only need 4 layers of sand to because you don't need to drain the whole monument. You only need to drain the top 4 layers of water. Because there's 25 specific spots that spawn guardians on bedrock. It's not like Java where they can spawn anywhere. Which means you don't need to drain out the whole. Although I do like to drain it out, I actually find it quite fun. And I know that doesn't sound like fun, like draining out a whole ocean monument, but I kind of enjoy the experience. You don't have to think about what you're doing, just and usually I drain a little bit bigger size than what most people normally drain. Most people normally drain a 64 by 64, So it's 62 by 62 on the inside of the box that you surround. But I go out to 72 by 72 and make the box on the inside 70 by 70. And because I drained an ocean monument a couple of seasons ago, and I ended up having to expand out twice. So originally I had the 62 by 62 inside, and then I expanded it out by, I think, 3 blocks in each direction. And then later on expanded it out again by a further 5 blocks in each direction, because I wanted to put in a 64 furnace array in a straight line, and I couldn't do it. I didn't have the space to do it inside, so I ended up extending out the box. And once I'd done it, I realized it was so much better to have that extra space. And before they increased the world height and the world depth, I would take everything below the ocean monument out down to bedrock, and then build back up as a slime farm. Because on bedrock, not sure if it's a Java thing, but definitely on bedrock, every ocean monument sits on a slime chunk. Or at least every one that I've done. So at least on the Xbox One, it's that way. So it's nice and handy. Although we do have quite an efficient slime farm back at our city, which was nice and handy to have, and it works quite well. There's only 3 layers in it, and if I AFK at it for overnight and while I'm at work, I get a double chest of slime balls anyway. So I think I've nearly got a shulker box of slime blocks at the moment, and I've only AFK'd at it 3 or 4 times. But of course, when you're in the area, it's loaded anyway, so it's all good. That was kind of the whole idea of the way I set the city up. The only ones that don't work when you're in the city are the spider spawner and the zombie spawner, but they're okay. Spider spawner is just a string farm. Don't care about any other drops, so they're just dropping straight onto magma blocks and dying, and being picked up by a hopper minecart. And then the zombie spawner is just one that just drops them into place. And I miscalculated, and it should have been a 1-hit kill, but it turns out it's a 2-hit kill. But it's neither here nor there. Now I want to put that one back on there. Okay. So now we can head back home, which is, I think, in that direction. Roughly 2,400 by 10,250. I never seem to get flying straight. It always takes me forever to get lined up cycling. There we go. While I'm here, I want to check out this. I'm going to tear down and build it somewhere else in the world because it's just not working. So we got 7 gunpowder there. Oh, that's not too bad actually, 25 there. It's not great, but 2 and 8. So 42 gunpowder for 16 hours AFK. It's not really optimal. So I'm gonna tear it down and we'll have to build it somewhere else in the world because the rates are just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. But that's coming along just nicely, and there's only 2 layers, so there's only 32 sugarcane up there, so I have to build that up higher, and I'm thinking I'll extend this out a little bit and put up one opposite that, so a mirror image this way with bamboo. I was going to put a bamboo inside of that building because I've got cactus in there, and the cactus at the moment is just going into bone meal. But I could in fact put a split in the hopper chain. I could have the hoppers come back across this way and have a split with a lever. I could push the lever and it will go to a composter, or flick the lever the other way and it would go to a furnace, and that way then I could get bone meal out of it or get green dye. I was also thinking about doing something similar here, like once it gets to that hopper there, once that hopper there is full, have a secondary hopper come off and go to bone meal, because although it'll take a while to get to that point, but and then we have another bone mealing down here. Our iron farm, so we've got 3 sugar boxes of bone meal plus this coming through. This is just taking the poppies that come out of the iron farm, which is above those hoppers there. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's full. That's nearly full. And then over here, that's full of iron blocks. That's full of iron blocks. And that's nearly full of iron blocks. So we have a lot of iron, and then that's full of snow blocks. That's full of snow blocks, and that's nearly half full of snow blocks. And then these 2 are empty. I want to get all 10 of those chests, or 5 of those double chests done, and I just stand here and harvest snow from this chap, and away we go. And now I have a little bit of sand. That's the gravel one. Yeah, it's not much sand. Actually, no, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually cook that. I don't want to do this one because this is full. Look at all that magnificent copper. And that is not what I wanted to do. There's a lot of that. that. That was back in there, and oh. Oh, there you go. I was gonna say, why won't you open? That. Into that. Back in there. Let's just talk about here is full, isn't it? Perfect quantity. Perfect quantity. Loads. My other heart of the sea. That. What else do I need to do? Sand. Sand. And sand. And that can go. There. Might pay. Go do some trading. $20 paper and 21 leather. Although I do have 20 books. We'll make up books anyway. 6. Oh, of course, because it takes 3 paper. Blech. Let's just take them for now. Oh, that many guy. Here. Are you? Respiration 3, how dare you? I know I have an Unbreaking guy, but he's an Unbreaking 2. Telephone. He's probably named as well. I just want to double check. If I go around the room and it's in the proper order, then I'm sure I had an Unbreaking 3, Unbreaking 2 though. Please, knock back. What are you again? Are you a Fortune 3? Level 4 playing. Depth Strider and Bane of Anthropods and Infinity. Guess I just have to wake everybody up. Riptide. Glass protection. Oh, it's just... I must have brushed over him twice. So... Unbreaking. Unbreaking. Mending. Cool, well I can fix those up now. How many levels do I have? 44. I wonder is it worth buying? I only really need efficiency 4, but I do have an efficiency 5 guy. Down here, wasn't he? Where is he? I've still got to go through and name the rest of these guys. There he is. Oh, it's 39. I'd like to put efficiency 5. Although they have efficiency 4, so they're not that bad. So if I get Silk Touch, I should have done this before. Did I just punch you or? No. I'm sure Fortune 3 was over here as well, wasn't he? You were Featherfall, right? Oh no, you were Fortune 3. Okay. I'm not worried about the cost. Doesn't bother me at all. Right. He wants 9 and 6, he can wait. They can all wait. Okay, well, my name is DK from DK Plays TV on Twitch and DK Plays on YouTube. Unfortunately, that's really all I have time for tonight. I've got to go to bed early because I've got to work tomorrow, and I don't normally have to work. Come visit me over on YouTube. I've got over 200 videos on YouTube, mostly on Minecraft. And yeah, hit the follow button. Come over and subscribe on YouTube. And I'll see you in the next stream, which will be Thursday. Bye now.